Coopering is the manufacture of wooden containers, bits of wood. Each piece of wood that you use to make a container is called a stave. This will be part of a bucket. The bucket that I'm working on will consist of 12 to 16 pieces of wood or staves. Now, Coopers were responsible not only for making buckets, but we did barrels, wash tubs, butter churns, canteens, all out of pieces of wood. It's sustainable in the sense that it's all natural materials. There's no chemicals involved in the process whatsoever. Like, for example, if I make a bucket, I don't even have to use a metal hoop. Okay, I can do them out of wood. The only other piece of wood I use in the only gasketing material I use in the bucket is actually reed. It's cattail. So there's absolutely no glues, no chemicals, nothing unnatural about the process. This is part of the natural world, all made of wood, and the way that this bench is designed, it works with my natural body mechanics. It's going to work in the way that my body does, in the sense that if I carve it, my body is naturally going to push back, my feet are naturally going to push out, and that will provide the most pressure from the vise precisely at the time I need it. If you compare it to what the results you can get with a conventional vise, this is a lot faster and a lot more comfortable. Whenever I want to check the work I'm doing, I can just instantly take it out. It's not possible with a conventional vise. I think the problems that we run into now is a lot of times the old things are not being used in the way that they were intended. So, for example, in the cooperage that I've worked in, we do sell buckets to people. They don't tend to use them as water buckets so much anymore. They're not using them the way that they were designed and intended. People today like to decorate with it, so they'll use it as planters, right? Which means the bucket never gets wet. Okay, which means it dries out, which means since we use no glue, eventually you might have problems with it, you know, not being viable as a structure anymore. I had a woman that brought a container in that was in pieces, and she wanted to know, you know, could I fix it? And I asked her, well, ma'am, where did you have this thing? She had it right on the heating register with no water in it. There's different branches of coopering. What I am doing right here is called white coopering. It's the manufacture of items for use in the home. Okay, back then, domestically, you would need several water buckets. You would need at least one butter churn. Okay, you might need a canteen or two. So these were all basically to help you to do the work you needed to do to survive around the house. There are other coopers called dry coopers, and they did barrels for storage. Okay, so for example, the flour mill that we have here at the village, they would need a lot of barrels to transport the goods across the Atlantic Ocean. Salt barrels, nail kegs. Barrels were at one time as common as cardboard boxes. Okay? Then the highest branch of coopering, I would say, is the one branch that survived into the modern time period, and that's wet coopering. That is the manufacture of containers for beer or whiskey or wine. And those industries are still using coopers to this day to do that.